Ben Lytle is definitely a Hoosier, but his journey didn't start in Indiana.
He's a guy from Texas. He's a guy who grew up with horses and being on a farm and the not easy life of growing up on a farm in the years he did it. And he hasn't forgotten that. At the same time, he's one of the most sophisticated and successful CEOs I've ever had the pleasure to know.
His entrepreneurial spirit started early. His father provided seed capital for his first venture with 2 steers to raise and sell at age 10.
My parents were very encouraging and always said, you can be anything you want to be. They were very supportive. But suddenly I realized there was a whole body of work around human potential. And that became an avocation for me my entire life and really became my North Star.
After graduating from East Texas State University in 1970, he briefly moved to South Bend and eventually to Indianapolis, where he took a job with American Fletcher National Bank. After 2 years in 1976, he found himself at Blue Cross Blue Shield. As Ben rose in the ranks, he also earned a degree from IU School of Law and even practiced law part-time before deciding his passion was in business. In 1987, he was named Chief Operating Officer of the $1 billion company and its 3,000 employees. But Ben knew that the business model needed to change. His vision was a big one and took nearly 10 years to complete.
So the plan that I came up with involved creating 2 very much larger companies than we were. One was going to be a diversified company because at that point we weren't sure what the future of healthcare was going to be. And that became Accordia, which ultimately became the 4th largest broker in the United States. And the other one was to merge Blue Cross and Blue Shield companies and create a larger entity that could compete with United Healthcare, Humana, Aetna.
He was able to get the employees, we called them associates, of course, at Blue Cross and Blue Shield behind him 100%.
At the age of 42, Ben was named CEO of what is now a huge, multifaceted company. But it was not only his skill in business that got him there. It was also his unflappable people skills.
He was a great communicator. His door was always open. He brought in team building, which really wasn't a big thing there, and I think it became a big thing in the 80s.
He is able to lead. And what makes him be able to do that, he cares about people.
He just had a different vision. He sees the world through new and interesting eyes, and part of that ability to listen and then to process that and to always question what else can be is one of his strengths.
Over time, the Associated Group became Anthem. In 2022, now rebranded as Elevance Health, the company has over 102,000 employees and 46.8 million members.
Anthem wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Ben. There was a lot of encouragement to take it out of the state. He never, ever wavered. He was going to keep it in Indiana.
He made sure that our community benefited, and we actually gained opportunity and employment and stature by virtue of that. All the wonderful things that come with that are Ben's legacy to this city.
When he laid his head down at night, that's what success was to him, that he did the best that he could do every day.
In 1999, Ben Lytle walked away from what most people would say was a dream job.
A lot of people couldn't understand why at the peak of my career at 52 would I choose to then leave and go do something else. I don't think very many people retire the way they think anymore. Now it's refined. Go out and be the best you can be. Do what you love doing in that latter stage of life.
He's retired from the formal business of running a health system and running a health insurer, but he's not done.
Despite enormous success, Ben is not one to dwell in the past. As he continues to create more successful ventures and take on new challenges, the future is what excites him the most.
I realized that in the next 3-4 decades, the world's going to be completely remade, be the period of greatest change in human history, when even the definition of human is going to change.
He's excited about new ideas. He's as busy now as I've seen him in the busiest days at Anthem, and which I find admirable.
He has time to teach, he has time to mentor his very successful sons, and he has time for his extracurricular activities. He's living a good life right now, and he earned it.